Now, are you a pimp? Or are you my bitch? My history with Ponderous began with the role of Jax in the Innocence Saga. I see Jax as one of those people who, I guess they needed attention when they were little. Someone who is looking for approval. Yet what makes him interesting, I think, is that he doesn't necessarily care for that approval once he gets it. It's kind of like a game to him, because what he really wants is authority. And what makes him interesting also is that he shifts what his wants are. And you kind of don't know what his super objective is. But one thing is clear is that he's not really on anyone's side but his own. You and I are best friends forever, right?
Yeah.
And you knew how much I wanted this gig. So I remember going to one audition. I was asked questions of what kind of roles I would like to play, and I told him that, you know, one of my big, you know, dreams is to play like an evil gay person, not just regular evil, but like super evil. And like my ultimate dream is to play a Batman villain. So, you know, when I saw they were interested in that kind of character, I was like, oh, well, you know, maybe I'll stick around and read a couple of the more things for you in that direction. We don't expect the little children to understand all this grown-up talk, Diamond. So why don't you tune out and replay the latest episode of The Simpsons in your head, while those of us with an IQ greater than a paperclip can enjoy and savor this beautiful find. Jax is why I participated in the saga. I wanted to be Jax badly, and having the opportunity to portray a role like that, I don't think many actors get the opportunity. I feel bad for actors who I see, you know, no disrespect to William Shakespeare, but doing, you know, Much Ado About Nothing when I know they truly want to be doing another type of theater or film or something, but they only get these other kinds of roles offered to them. I knew that when this script was sent to me, it was the day that I saw the script, and I read it, I said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of role. I might not get this chance again. So I think it's very self-explanatory why I decided to take this role.
I'm in.
Good. Thank you.
Cut.
The fact that it was a 10-film saga didn't necessarily like throw me or anything. I'm from New York, show business. Like that's normal for me. But when I stand back and think about it again, that's not necessarily normal for this environment in the Texas area. You don't have that kind of ambition. I'm used to seeing it, and that's perhaps one of the reasons I really feel connected to the work of Brett Mauser and the things he does, is because he doesn't have boundaries. A lot of people who are not trained or experienced in the New York, LA kind of filmmaking world, they sometimes give themselves boundaries. Oh, well, we can't shoot past this day. Oh, we have to. Brett doesn't see things like that, and I guess it's a compliment to him in my world that I just saw him as normal. Like I could see him in any environment, whether it be in San Antonio or whether it be in, you know, London or Tokyo or New York or LA. This was just my new director, and he had big dreams, and I just nodded and went, okay, whatever you think you want to do, I'll do it. Shooting in Lytle, first of all, you have that very rural environment, and then you had all these actors who are Texan, and Texans, you know, are just big people in so many ways. It just felt very Texan to me, because I remember I sat there and I was all like, oh my God, the leading lady has cowboy boots on. I know for a fact that I was probably one of the first gay people that a lot of people had ever worked with. So my first impression on the set was very like, you know, one of those for me, just like I have to explain to them what a fucking homosexual is. Once I got past that and they got past that, there's definitely like a good old boy thing going on, a Texas good, not a Republican boy, the Texan version. that I had to get past because I'm very much a Nazi, if you will, when it comes to filmmaking and working. And I think anyone who worked on the set of Serial Rabbit with me kind of saw that side of me. I kind of I would approach things differently. Like, if something were to happen to Brett where he had to be called away and I suddenly got put in charge, it would be like Sarah Palin being president all of a sudden. Things would fucking change.
Action!
I saw the kind of shooting style that Brett had, which was shoot it, boom, next scene, shoot it, next thing. And when I saw that, I realized that there was a lot of spontaneity that was a part of his style. And those kinds of things can be rehearsed, but over-rehearsal can be very detrimental to that combination. Do you like this music? There's only so much time in the course of your productive life. I'd rather be playing Jax than be a dancing waiter in Hello Dolly, even if it was the big giant revival film of it, because I know that I can do that and much more, and I know the direction I want to take is probably in an independent films, because that's where the risks are being taken. Get your hands dirty. And it feels good. And I remember when I walked on the set for the first time with Jax, everybody was kind of making fun of the way I was dressed. And I remember that. I'll never forget that. But as soon as they saw what I was doing, I saw them reacting differently towards me. And I appreciated that. Because I had belief in what I was doing and with my role. And I was there to work. I was there to create and build a character. If Jax was going to take off with everything, he was going to celebrate it and do it in style. So what better way to do it than in drag?
How gay is that?
Those heels were killer. I think it has something to do with the fact that it was winter. When I was having a fight with Carolyn, I think I punched her. I think I hurt her. And I was like, I'm really sorry, but I'm so tired, I don't care right now. But it was a good scene. It was a good scene.
I should make this go move look like a
In show business in general, we spend so much time away from our friends and family and so much time together, even if we don't know, or in some cases don't even like these people. I think it's normal and human to develop some kind of sense of family on a set, especially if you're working together for a long time.
Jade, that is a wrap on Jax.
Oh. I'm so standing by. I never believe those kind of things. The saga is never truly wrapped. So that's kind of like a silly question.
And that is a wrap for Sally.
Again?
I don't even think that it's done now. I think that Brett could call me and say, Jade, we're going to do one more pickup shot. And I'll be like, sure. Forget the fact that I'm like 10 years older and 50 pounds heavier and blonde and a woman. We'll try to decode the apocalyptic thingy that you got going there when you get back. I sell the DVDs at my shows. I remember this lesbian cowboy lady coming up to me, and she said, I really like that movie that you did, and she quoted things from the movie, and she told me circumstances that led me to believe that she saw the whole thing. And I said, you already saw it? She goes, as soon as I got home, I popped it in my little DVD player, and I saw the whole thing. I really like stuff like that. Woo, y'all let them have it, that Donovan. Although that was more amusing than anything else, it's always nice to touch people with your ideas. And to be part of an idea like the Innocence Saga is something to be proud of, because it's smart, it's forward-thinking, it's thought-provoking. It's all those things that every actor wants to be a part of once in their lives. And I think the next time I get an opportunity to do something like this, I think I'll consider myself to be truly grateful, because usually actors only get one shot. at something so cool to be a part of.